Now, how to keep the Sabbath day? Maybe you're asking the question, well, how can I keep the Sabbath day? How do you keep the Sabbath day? Well, the first thing you got to realize about the Sabbath day is that the purpose of the day, that it is a day of connecting with God. It's a day of connectivity with God. And you've got to keep this in mind, that that's the purpose of the Sabbath day, to connect with God. One of the first things you do is you take off from work. You tell your boss, I'm not coming in today. It's a Sabbath. I had a friend in the ministry that he told his boss that he was going to start taking off on the Sabbath, and his boss said, well, if you're going to take off, I'm going to take off. I love that story. But that's what first thing you do is you stop working, okay? How hard is this? Like a commanded vacation day. Take a day off, God says. The children of Israel made bricks 7 days a week. They were slaves in Israel. In Egypt, they were slaves in Egypt, and for hundreds of years. And God comes along and reinstitutes His Sabbath day. And I tell you, when you've been a slave for hundreds of years and you've been working for 7 days a week, and God comes along and says, take the seventh day off, they didn't complain about it, okay? They didn't say, oh, I don't have time to take off. No, sirree. They were very blessed by that commandment. And you can be too blessed by the Sabbath day if you're willing to keep it. Someone said that no one ever said they wished they had spent more time at work on their deathbed. When it comes time for you to die, you're not going to say, oh, I wish I'd have spent more time at work. And the sooner you get this, the better off you'll be. Now, what can you do on the Sabbath day? Well, it's a day since God created everything and rested on the seventh day. It is actually a day to get back to creation. And I talked about this earlier, how to understand God without the Bible. And one of the ways you do that is you look to creation, all that God has created. It is a memorial of creation, actually, the Sabbath day. God created everything and rested. It's a perfect day to get back to nature, to have a picnic with your family, with your wife, with your children. It's a day of rest. Did you know in the Bible they had actually a land Sabbath, that every 7 years the land was to rest also? And of course it was an agrarian society. That's what they did. They farmed huge acreage of land, but every 7 years they gave the land a rest. That actually puts the nutrients back into the soil and makes it a whole lot better for you. We wonder how come our food has no value to it. Stuff we eat is killing us because it's nothing, no enzymes, nothing in the food that's worth eating hardly. But with God's law, every seventh day they had a land rest that actually put the nutrients back into the soil by allowing it to rest.